Hi, everybody. Happy e-learning to you. All right, let's practice some mindfulness together. Let's start with a hello with about a minute or so of mindful breathing. So since you're at home, you have a lot more choice on how you want to be, like what position you want your body to be in. So you could sit somewhere, anywhere. You could lie down. You could stand up. So it's your choice. So take a minute and get in whatever position you want to get in. And then we'll do about a minute or so of mindful breathing together. So think about if you want to use your anchor spot, or maybe use some anchor words like breathing in, breathing out, whatever you want to do. Okay, so wherever you are and whatever position you're in, will you get into your mindful body and letting your body get really still and closing your eyes if it's comfortable. And we'll do about a minute of mindful breathing. It's a terrible bell, but it's cute. All right, will you just take a moment to notice how you feel? So for e-learning, I know some people really like it and some people don't like it. So I wanted to offer you a little advice. Either way you feel. If you like it, really try to enjoy it, right? It's not always, you don't always get a chance to do e-learning for 2 weeks. So if you do like it, try to enjoy it as much as you possibly can. Whatever it is about it that you like, just enjoy it. And if you don't enjoy it so much, if you feel like it's hard or it's stressful or you don't have the right stuff or the right place to do it or whatever, things you can do to kind of like get through a hard time like that, or just take some time for yourself, right? Like do some things that are relaxing for you, or maybe like reading, or maybe playing video games, maybe just like going outside and playing, anything that you can do that's just relaxing for you, can help you de-stress, during e-learning if it's kind of stressful for you. Okay, so we're actually going to practice something new today. And if you remember last time I saw you, we practiced mindful movement. We raised our hand mindfully and we stood up and sat back down mindfully. So similarly to that, today we're going to practice mindful walking. And being at home is the perfect place to practice mindful walking, because imagine if we were all at school, it'd be kind of hard to practice mindful walking because we didn't have that much space. But you've got more space at home. So let's start by moving into a standing position mindfully. Okay, so if you're lying down or sitting or one of those, we'll stand up together. Ready? We're gonna do it pretty slowly. It doesn't have to be like crazy slow, and remember, when we do it mindfully, we just notice. So notice what it feels like, maybe temperature stuff or like stiffness or heaviness. Just see what you got, okay? So let's stand up mindfully. Ready? Okay, so now that we're mindfully standing, let's take a couple of mindful steps, right? So we're gonna try it like this first. So we're gonna do a breathe in, and then we're gonna lift our foot, and then we're gonna breathe out and take one step forward, okay? So we'll go breathe in, lift your foot, breathe out, take one step forward. All right, try that again. So breathe in, lift your foot, breathe out, one step forward. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you to try a few steps like that. So it's kind of hard to keep doing the breathing in and breathing out as you take the steps, but just do a couple like that, right? So breathe in, lift your foot, breathe out, put your foot down. Do a few of those, okay? Okay, that's kind of tricky. So let's move back to like normal breathing. Don't worry about the breathing. And then we're just gonna take a few steps, but we're gonna notice our feet. Okay, so we'll do it pretty slowly. I want you to notice, can you feel the floor under your feet when you take the steps? And like, how does it feel when your foot moves up? How does it feel when your foot is in the air? How does it feel when your foot's touching the ground? So just go pretty slow, take a few steps, and see what you notice. All right, so just kind of think about what you noticed. All right, so we're gonna try it again, and this time we're gonna pay even closer attention. So this time I want you to go a little bit further away, like go, across the room or out in the hallway or something like that. But notice every single thing that you can. See if you can notice something that you didn't notice the last time that we did it. So again, like things like, what does your foot feel like in the air? What does your foot feel like on the ground? Do you notice like your pants or your socks touching your foot or your leg? Do you notice any kind of like warmth or coolness or stiffness? If you're hurt, maybe you notice some kind of pain. All right, so just go take a few steps, pay as close of attention as you can, and see what you notice. I wish you could tell me what you notice, because I know you guys are really good at paying close attention and noticing small stuff. So I wish you could tell me. All right, so a few things to think about. Maybe just think in your mind for a second, like why or how could it be helpful to you to be mindful when you're walking? Like, have you ever run into someone accidentally or gotten hurt accidentally just by walking? And if you were being more mindful about it, maybe you could avoid getting hurt. And think about other times when you could practice this. So like right now, we can't practice it on the playground like we've talked about before. We can't really practice it in the hallway, but see if you can come up with some places where you can practice mindful walking at home, or maybe you're going to like grandma's house, or you're going to the park or something like that. So try to come up with a couple of places to practice mindful walking. And mindful walking is our mindful challenge for the week. That's my mindful challenge for you. Do some mindful walking. And again, like we talked about, sorry, I gotta sit back down so I can ring the bell in a minute. Like we talked about, if you're feeling stressed at all about e-learning, which I am, so I get it if you are, take some time for yourself, do some things that make you feel better. You might think about using mindfulness to feel a little bit better, maybe some mindful breathing or listening or sending kind thoughts or anything that you want to do. That can always help us when we're feeling kind of stressed out. So take care of yourself during e-learning. All right, so we're gonna end with, let's do like a little bit more mindful. Actually, let's end with mindful movement together, okay? I'm not gonna ring this guy again. Actually, I'll ring him one more time, but then let's end with mindful movement together because that'll be cool, okay? So will you get into your mindful body one more time? Will you start with your hands on your lap? And then let's mindfully wave goodbye. And then I'll ring the silly bell, okay? So let's move our hands really slowly up off of your lap. Just noticing how they feel. And then we're gonna do a goodbye. How do they feel when they're waving? Mindful waving. All right, I'm ringing this guy again, even though he makes a terrible sound. All right, see you guys.